question from Justin, who's curious about doing a basically a standing technique where you drop into, I'll show you what it looks like in a second, but basically you're starting standing and you're dropping right into a butterfly guard sweep. And he was looking for some tips on how to do that against bigger people, because he feels like when he goes against bigger, stronger people, it seems to be difficult for him. Now, he's a big guy himself, but again, sometimes he's in a division where, because he's in heavyweight, sometimes the guys are big, right? And he was also asking to see if I have anything from single leg X guard as well. So Justin, what I'm going to show you in this video is I'm going to show you how to do a really strong, basically it's a sacrifice throw. I've shown it on this channel before, but I'll give you some more details on it and the things that you need to look for if you're going to do it against someone that's bigger. And then also, if it fails, how to transition to an X guard so you can use that for a sweep. So, as always, my lovely assistant, Mr. Adam Wilson. Let's get started. And so, whether you're doing it with a straight-on grip here like this, or a cross collar, either one of these is going to be good. I like the cross collar sometimes if I can get it, because you can get a really strong pull on this one side, but again, straight collar will work. The big thing that we want to have happen, especially if the person's big and strong, is we want to get them moving a little bit into us, and then at the same time, we want to drop to a side. So the big mistake that I see most people make with this is they'll do this. They'll just kind of step down and they'll drop here like this and nothing happens, right? Notice that his body's not fully extended. He's able to sort of keep his base underneath of him. That's a problem. What I want to have happen is I want to get Adam like this, just like this, because this is where he's vulnerable. You can think about this, come down to a full guard. Think about this under just a sweeping position, right? I want to get the person extended out. Like when we do a basic scissor sweep, we check our time, we pull the person out first to sweep them. We want to do the same thing up here from the feet. We want to get this person to where their base is over like this, opposed to here. So the way that we'll accomplish this typically is in the position. I'll start to move with them, either pushing into them. A lot of times that gets them to push back into me, okay? And then when I go back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to step at an angle, right? So I'm going to sort of step here, and then I'm going to drop back to my hip. Now this works even better if you've got a death grip on your collar, right? So if you can't like break this collar grip, this is also a great option to use, right? So from here, maybe we're going, I take a step in, I feel him push into me, I'm gonna drop underneath. Now notice just what happened. I dropped, his hand came with me, I kept it tight, and I'm pulling him with me. From here, we push the arm in and lift the forearm up and pull, 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 pull. And the sweep is very easy, okay? Let's take a look at this from the other side. So again, we're here locked up in the position. We'll do a straight collar this time. I'm beginning to walk in. I feel him push back into me, right? And as he does this, I'm gonna step my foot in and I'm gonna drop back and pull. Now notice what I'm doing here. I'm pulling in, pushing in. If I had the cross collar grip, which I like better, I use this and I get my forearm under the neck. Because again, I can lift him up with like this, and then we can. And again, notice that I stay on my side. I do not go flat, okay? Now check this out. If this doesn't work, let's say we're here, anytime you go up, and like let's say we get a little bit of a lift here, but it's just not quite working, anytime we do this with butterfly guard, I can always punch this leg through like a piston and go into a single leg X position here, okay? This is always sort of a true thing with a butterfly, right? So come down to your knees real quick. Like let's say if I go for like a regular butterfly guard sweep and it fails, right into it. All you gotta do is punch and bring it back. Just punch that leg through, bring it back, and then pinch. So let's look at both of these again, and we'll do them sort of in normal speed. So again, we're here playing our position, pushing back and forth. When I start to feel that person push into me, and I can come up with them. Okay, and again, as long as you stay with them and stay in a good butterfly guard position on your side, you'll be fine. And then if that doesn't work for some reason, let's say if we're going here, we drop down, we pull, doesn't work, we kick the leg through, push the leg through the position, and now we're here. The key on the single leg X is simply that we get the weight off the legs. When the weight is on the legs, we can't punch that leg through, but once the legs are lifted, we can easily get the single leg X. So just a little sequence for you. So
I've got a few videos of that same sweep or that same position on the channel. I'll put a link to them somewhere in here. But the big key is if you're going to do it, you need to make sure that you drop so that you're pulling that person to get them off balance to where they start leaning over and get their essentially they're hinging at the hips and they're overreaching with their body and getting their base off. That allows the sweep to happen much easier. And that's the big mistake that I see people make. They just kind of drop instead of really falling to their hip and then pulling the person in with them. So, Justin, hopefully that's useful to you, brother. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I'm finished. Adam?
Adam.